give me a
He's gonna
fucking
get
heart
started and he's
attack.
like, roll for initiative, and we're like, fuck!
Oh, I was hoping that would be a little longer and actually say what it is he's saying, but whatever. You guys all know what it is.
We're all in
I
on the
would
joke.
hope.
Do I know what it is?
Okay. What's
I also
Have
am
you
terrible
seen
at the movie.
Monty Python Life of Brian?
I think I've only seen it once.
He says, money for the ex-leper?
money for the extra leper? Okay, so what's happening now?
We want more money. Please.
From the Bank of Shaw.
From the Bank of Shaw.
Shaw doesn't have that much more money. Shaw has 10 gold left.
Oh, I thought you had like 500 gold.
No, I had an opportunity to steal 500 gold, but I only took what I thought what's his homie's share was, plus a little something for something.
Well, maybe we're only getting one potion of healing. One small
Remember,
potion of
people in
healing.
Barovia prefer trade to coin.
This is true. Have we collected anything that we
I
don't
don't-
want to hold on to?
Badness.
Emotional damage.
Emotional damage.
What do I have?
Here, I can give you.
I have some. Wait a minute. Wait. Hold on, guys.
Do you still have like drugs on you?
No, I have gold rings. I have which are worth 40 GP. So I might be able to barter those. I don't know where
You
those
definitely
came from.
could.
Does anybody remember where I got gold rings from?
Yeah, it was
Probably
a
the
I
Death
do.
House.
It
Was
was
it the
not.
Death House?
This is not the Death House.
I
Oh, I have a gold ring too.
think I gave you one.
Is it from?
Oh, it was. Fuck, what was that? Because remember,
What's
I
his
like
face's
gave a
house?
gold ring to Catwin.
Is it
I
from
was
what's his,
thinking about
the
it.
old burgomaster's house?
Yeah.
Nope.
Yeah. Okay. I just looked back in the chat, and it's from 1/29/2024. There's also on 8/20/2023 we got an ornate jewelry box with 3 gold rings in it.
Oh, I
Oh, it was
remember
from the
where it's from.
hags.
So
No,
it's been more than
I
a year.
stole it from. I stole it from the burgomaster's wife.
No,
that
it's
was the one
from-
with. That was the ornate box with the 3 rings. The
Yeah.
4
Yep.
rings is
Yep.
from the hags.
It's
Ah.
5 rings, 10 GP
5
each, and
rings?
15
5 rings.
human teeth. And I think I gave one to Catwin.
Yeah, I see the chat where you gave me what plus 1 gold ring worth 10 gold pieces.
Yeah, I was searching. See, I do take notes sometimes.
The us
Shaw
emo
will
boys
give
have
you
no
2
use for
flasks of holy
jewelry.
water.
Okay, so I have the gold
ring.
rings to barter with as
Yeah.
well, which
Okay.
and you have one too, Catwin. So
Yes,
together
I have one.
that's 50 GP. But we can see if we can maybe barter.
Shaw will also give you 2 flasks of holy water worth 25 a pop, so it's another 50.
I'm gonna hand.
Hold on, I have to manage my inventory for a second.
All right, do we have an owl bear? Did I
Okay,
miss
sorry.
it?
Holy
No, I just forgot to put it in
water.
here.
Holy water, not a flask, just the regular one. Okay, add 2.
Holy.
Okay, I have added holy water to my on hand.
Did you add 1 or 2?
I added 2.
Perfect.
Alright, I'm gonna
Go.
hand a bundle of 20 arrows to Catwin and
Okay.
say, can you get these silvered for me, please? It should be 1 silver per arrow, which would be 2 gold.
Okay, so just arrows, legacy gear, ammunition.
Sure. I mean, you don't have to put it in your inventory if you don't want to. If you want to keep track of it, you can just make a custom item saying 20 arrows because you're not actually going to use them. It's just to get them silvered.
Okay, will you just actually put it in the channel. Just like at me and say you're giving me 20 to have silvered, so I can keep track of that in my brain.
It might be nice to hold on to
well,
the holy water if we
yeah,
can
that's
avoid
probably a good
bartering it.
idea.
I just fully put the holy water in my inventory, so
Cool. I still have a potion of healing and a potion of greater healing too. I still have. Yes, I still have 2. Huh.
Well, so Shaw's gonna accompany me to the shrine
Yep.
of the Seeker. Will be just north of town by Lake Zarovich. And then you guys are gonna go have a shopping extravaganza.
As much as we
Do
can.
we want to set a meeting place and time?
probably.
Yeah, do you want to meet back at
The tavern?
Just like tavern 2 hours type of situation.
Yeah, we could do that, or we could meet back at the Wachter house and try to talk to what's her face? Lady Wachter?
Sure.
Is there anything else we need to be doing today other than buying stuff and going to a shrine?
Planning out what we're gonna do at the dinner tomorrow, because we have some stuff we need to. But that can be like what we do tonight.
Okay.
But we definitely have a few things we have to get done. We have to try to do when we're there. That are gonna be tough. Specifically, getting a giant dragon skeleton or whatever out of its house.
Catwin will just
Yeah.
simply hide it in her coat. She will buy a coat just for that.
I'm gonna wear it as a hat.
Yeah, maybe it's like Halloween time, so I'll just pretend I'm dressing up as that. It seems reasonable.
That'll be like 3 times your size.
Carl, do not.
Needs to be at least 3 times as big as this. What is this? A dragon for ants?
So we said 2 hours at the Wachter house?
Yeah.
Cool.
2-ish, yeah. Lunchtime.
How long does it take for you guys to get to,
To get there, maybe 15-20 minutes, but I don't know how long we'll be there.
Okay. If you don't come back, then we're coming after for you.
Correct.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah, you have to send like a carrier pigeon if you're gonna be late.
DM, who would you like to go first?
We'll do the shopping first.
Sounds good to me.
Okay.
Okay.
I'm just gonna bring our tokens to the top. Where's my token? It's hiding. Oh, it's my
Where
old
are-
token. This how old this map is. Delete.
Mav, where are the blacksmith and general supply? Are they by Blinsky's or are they in the stockyard? Or elsewhere?
They are down. They're at the Airsex stockyard.
Both of them?
Yes.
Okay.
It's the same store.
Oh, okay.
Like the Walmart of Barovia.
Barovian Walmart. Can you imagine the people of Barovian Walmart?
Oh, God. Isn't that one crazy Valaki, you know?
Alright, we'll start.
All right, Catwin and I head down the streets to go to the stockyard.
Okay.
Was there anything else from the guys other than silvered stuff that we wanted?
Okay.
Adventuring gear? No?
I'm curious.
We trust your judgment.
Okay. Cool.
Great. All right, well, let's go to the shopping.
I know I had a shop map at some point.
I thought you did too.
I
We
now
were
have
in the blacksmith earlier.
to find the shop map.
A tale as old as time.
Nope, that's Blinsky.
Hold on, Amanda is gonna be back in a second. But
Oh,
you guys
bye.
can talk shop stuff quick if you need to.
Yeah, this one was it.
The shading on his face is so dark. He looks like he's bleeding. I just zoom in. Like, is that blood on his face? No, he's just very
He's not
shadowy.
bleeding, he's just brooding.
He's just very shadowy.
Shadowy. I'll pick a new innkeeper.
Oh,
He got fired.
He got fired, yeah.
too
in
shadowy,
front of the
scaring
store.
people away.
I don't know if too shadowy exists. Oh my God.
Oh, we did rest, didn't we?
We sure did.
Yes, you
For
definitely rested.
sure.
You definitely rested.
I might want to change some of my spells. So while they're doing their stuff, I'll leave my spells as is, but like,
What if you get ambushed though?
I mean, I can keep my spells as is. They were kind of a good mix of battle and puzzle solving, but they were a lot more battle oriented. So
I don't have any really good like neutral male NPC tokens.
I might have one.
Oh no, wait, here we go. These are better. Just to make sure I don't accidentally grab any like real characters.
You could do Dr.
Need-
Gradius. Oh,
Any generic characters.
how about that guy?
That might actually be the same guy, just in a different position. It's fine. He
good.
works. It works.
No, he's just less brooding now.
Slightly less brooding.
You guys can go ahead, Amanda. I'll be back in a little bit. She just had a little bit of a upset stomach, so.
Oh well, in that case, if we want, we could do your and Shaw's scene.
Sure.
Doesn't matter.
Amanda a couple
Do it.
minutes.
that's fine.
I'm just killing horsemen, so it's fine.
Cameron, you
You
get
gotta
bad
do it.
luck if you're trying to multitask in that.
I'm not multitasking. It wasn't our turn.
No, we're playing D&D.
I am too.
Anyways.
Just give me 1 second here. I thought I had a map for this. Maybe not. Did I put it in here? No. No, that's okay. We just used the big map.
Oh, Amanda might be on her way back already, so
Okay.
we can just do shopping.
We'll do shopping.
I love shopping.
Everybody loves shopping.
Can't hear you.
I was responding to the GIF, and I don't think we have that much money.
I mean, the amount of stuff D&D players carry in their bags, that's probably how much stuff we're just all carrying at once.
I mean, truly.
Right.
Or in like Skyrim when you're at the capacity.
Oh my god.
That's why you have Lydia, because she's sworn to carry your burdens.
Including your like overconsumption shopping.
All right, yeah, y'all make your way down to the Air 6 stockyards. You all have shopped here before, and the blacksmith and general store is it's exactly where you left it.
You
Thank
did
God.
it.
All right, well, Catelyn and Eliana will enter the general store, I guess.
As you step in, there's the tinkle of a bell above the door, and a stern-looking man kind of looks up and says, what can I do for you?"
Ooh, I like this guy.
Hello. We're just gonna look around for some stuff to get started here. Eliana, if there's anything specific, I'm gonna just peek around at everything because I like to window shop.
Okay. I would like to buy a few things, just a few small things to begin with, sir.
All right.
I would like to buy a sack.
Like a burlap sack?
Yeah.
Mav frequently or frantically scrolls down the list. Aha! A sack is on the list. He kind of like looks around, and there's like a bag just holding a bunch of like miscellaneous stuff on the floor behind him, and he just sort of like unceremoniously takes it, like dumps out the trinkets, and then just like hands you the burlap bag and says, "All right, that's one copper piece."
Kind of looking around at maybe the things that he threw on the ground, and maybe some small items that might be on the counter. What do I see, like, from the sack and the counter?
Well, he dumped 10 ropes out of the sack.
Suspicious.
Well, it was originally one long rope, but it's been cut into 10 even lengths.
Is
And
it just like 5 feet of rope? Like per section?
okay, you know what? Fine. It was 20 spyglasses.
It's a very wealthy area.
Oh, it appears.
It's not actually 20 spyglasses. It's like it actually looks like it's some like clothes. Some folded up clothes and things. He kind of notices you eyeing them, and he says, well, now that the new burgomaster has opened the gates, as it were, and more of the Vistana are coming in and out, we've had a little more occasion to trade." And he kind of like kicks at the pile of clothing. He says, "I haven't had time to sort through all of this, but they traded me some handmade clothing items for some some accoutrement, as it were.
Oh, delightful. Would you mind if I looked through those clothes?
Be my guest. He like picks up the pile and just like sets the whole pile on the counter. You're about to go like bin diving at Goodwill.
Hell yeah.
Wonderful.
While she's doing that, Catwin will approach to like just kind of peek over Eliana's shoulder to see what she's finding.
I'm gonna look through these clothes to see if, I don't know, do I see any good selection? Do I find anything interesting or anything that looks of high quality?
Yeah, there is definitely there's a few articles of like sturdy like traveler's clothing, like kind of sturdy pants with reinforced knees and a nice button down shirt with elbow patches on it. That would be clothes, travelers. There's a kind of more generic, like rough spun, just trousers and shirt, two slightly different shades of brown. Those would be clothes, common.
Are any of the patterns significant? Like maybe anything I've seen before?
These definitely are of Vistana make. Like they're a little bit more flamboyant in their cut, a little kind of puffy sleeves style. The traveler's shirt is a bright orange. Yeah, nothing. Yeah, yes. So I love that y'all said basically the same way.
I was like, I heard puffy sleeve and got excited.
That is exactly what I was thinking of too.
I mean, Carl on the side is teasing me
fire.
about flouncy trousers because I have a pair of those now, and imagining the look that's potentially happening here is very pretty.
Gorgeous, darling. Just gorgeous.
I hold up some of the pieces of clothing to myself and I ask Catwin if she thinks I look like a Vistani woman.
Catwin's gonna be like, beautiful. So pretty.
Mike's like, I just threw something on the ground. Come on, guys.
I was thinking you're really
Welcome to
testing his
D&D.
shopkeeping skills.
While she's trying those on, I'm gonna approach the counter and ask if it's possible for me to buy a flask.
Are you looking for a flask of the drinking variety, or are you looking for a flask to hold various liquids within of the alchemical nature?
Of the drinking variety.
He says, why, yes, I certainly do. And he,
I gave this bitch all my gold for her to get a flask.
he steps
I mean,
over to
they're
the
only
counter and he comes
copper.
back. He sets two flasks on the table in front of you. He says, now this one is just kind of your typical flask, and it is just a pretty basic hip flask. This one's a mere 2 coppers, very utilitarian in its nature. And then there's one that's like slightly larger, and it's got like really fancy engraving on it. And he says, and this one is a more recent addition. I'm hoping to acquire a few more of these from our esteemed Blinsky, as it were.
Mhm.
And this one is going for 4 silver pieces. And as you look, it's like a Blinsky souvenir flask.
Oh,
Got like the Blinsky
hell yeah.
logo like etched into it, and on the back it says, "Is no Blinsky is no fun."
I will get kind of excited and say that I want the Blinsky's one. And then I will also ask for if he has any potions of healing.
He says, yes, I have a very limited selection. Again, now that our trade with the Vistana has been reopened, I have a few alchemical selections. He pulls a chest out from under the counter and sits it on it. He opens it up, and it's like like an alchemist chest. Like it opens up. It's got kind of the tiered like little shelves that hinge out. And there's a handful like little glass vials in it. And he gestures over to one side. He says, yes, I have a few kind of the smaller potions that'll give you a little boost. And then he points at a couple bigger bottles, and he says, and I've got a couple of the largers as well. These smaller ones will run you 50 gold apiece, and the larger ones are 150.
Well, I think I'm looking to do one of the 50 gold piece options.
Yep.
And then I will pull out the gold ring I have and ask him what's my total if I want to also use this gold ring to help pay for things.
Let me take a look at that. He takes it from you, and he pulls a little jeweler's loop from his shirt pocket, and he kind of gives it a little inspection. And he says, I could probably take this off your hands for a decent price. What were you thinking?
Thinking that I've got the flask and the one potion of healing. So I was thinking of would that cover, half of that?
Roll a persuasion check, please.
Hey.
Oh.
He sort of looks a little closer at the ring. He says, this is fine quality and quite the sizable ring. It's quite a bit of usable material here. I think that would suffice, yes.
All right. So we feel good about the remaining balance being 25 gold pieces and 2 pieces of silver?
Yes, that would be correct.
Okay. I will pay that.
He plucks one of the little red vials out of the healing potions and sets it on the counter next to the Oblinsky flask. And then he says, yes, wonderful doing business with you. And then he kind of pivots the case over towards you, Eliana, and says, and you, miss, anything catch your eye?
I've never seen Catwin be so persuasive, so I'm like looking at the box and like looking at her.
And I'm just grinning because all I really wanted was this Blinsky's flask.
Amanda, I'm going to now need to commission you in real life to make me a Blinsky flask for me to give to you.
Can we just all have Blinsky flasks?
Yes.
How about we all have Blinsky flasks? And then we drink out of them when you guys are here at your Christmas time.
We have
Yes,
some friends with a 3D printer, Mike.
You get a 3D print a plastic flask?
Yes.
I can get
No,
flask
I don't think that'd
blanks
be-
quite easily.
That wouldn't react very well to liquor.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah. Ooh.
I'm kind of like looking around. I'm gonna collect a few random items.
Okay, what random items are we collecting?
So I now have this sack. I'd like to get a bar of soap.
Okay.
So I find wherever that is. And I'm gonna ask, do you have like a whistle, maybe?
He kind of thinks for a moment. Well, a whistle? I don't. No, I don't believe I do have anything too terribly like a whistle, unfortunately.
Okay, I guess.
I feel like you were heading towards some form of a Rube Goldberg something or other.
So I have now a sack and
A
some
bar of soap.
Yes.
You're going to beat someone?
Little prison club.
No, I just kind of want to hold on to these things. You know, we do a lot of traveling and we get kind of gross on the road, and it just might be nice to have a bar of soap. You know, last time we were covered in blood, and we were quite the sight to see. Soap would be really helpful.
Fair.
Sir, is everything that we can all that you have?
He says, yes, I am. Everything that we have for sale is out. Some of it is secured behind the counter here, but most everything is available for you to peruse. Is there anything in particular you were looking for?
Oh, so there's no like items that you keep in a room, maybe not for your common customer.
He kind of arches his eyebrow and he's like, what do you mean?
Oh, you know, sometimes there's wares that maybe are not necessarily for sale just to anyone. Things that maybe commoners might be disturbed by, or people in charge might be disappointed with.
What are you asking him over the table?
Does he have any like weird black market shit? Come on.
I love shopping.
Am I not being like obvious enough?
I mean, you're being
Roll.
entertaining.
He makes a hand gesture at you. Do you know, or Catwin, do either of you know Thieves' Cant, the language?
Aw, damn it.
This is why Shaw should have come.
No.
No.
Yeah.
You could've.
Make an insight check.
Fucking fuck.
I feel like
Uh,
it's like unfair that I don't know that because like thievery is part of my background.
I think Catwin just really wanted to be a rogue once upon a time.
He
Shaw's
makes
been rubbing off on her.
Yeah, as you ask this question and are being a little overtly obvious about it, he makes like a subtle hand gesture that you catch that like is clearly intentional, but you have like no idea what it means. And he continues to sort of after kind of a pause, he says, "No, I don't think I have anything like that, unfortunately."
Do I notice it enough that I could recreate it when I see Sean Azur?
Yeah, I would say with an 11, like you could sort of attempt to mimic it.
Okay. I take my
sack and soap.
My sack and soap. And I'm I then kind of turn to Catelyn and I say, do you think we should try to get another potion? Another potion of healing?
We could definitely do that.
So I'm gonna so Catelyn just rolled like really good for her persuasion. I guess I'll try. I say I would also like to purchase a potion of healing. I jingle around in my bag and I take out 2 of those gold rings. And I put them on the counter along with the amount of copper that's needed to buy a bar of soap and and a sack, which is a whopping 3 coppers.
3 copper, yes.
And I asked him if he could examine these rings like he did Catwin's and see if these would cover another potion of healing.
Yeah, he picks them up off the counter and puts his jeweler loop back in his eye, kind of looks at him closely. Roll a persuasion check. Okay. Yeah, with the 12. He looks at them and he says, this one seems to be adequate, but this one's got a bit of a dent in the side there. What do you say we call it the 2 rings and 2 gold?
Catwin will nod in agreement for that.
Yes. I also agree.
Okay, I will
And
hand
my
over 2
3
gold.
coppers or whatever.
Yeah, he takes the 2 gold and the 3 copper, slides them into his lockbox. He closes up the alchemical chest, sets it back under the counter, and he says, "Well, ladies, it's been a pleasure doing business with you. Is there anything else I can help you with today?"
I think that's all. I think we are going to go next door to the blacksmith.
I need to get some arrows silvered, so.
Ah, yes. Well, yes, Leroy could certainly help you take care of that.
Leroy Jenkins.
All right. Well, Catwin will thank him for his goods and have a good day.
And a good day to you as well, madams.
This guy doesn't have a door.
No, it's like an open, open air blacksmith shop back here.
Hello, sir.
Ah, hello. What can I do ye for?
I was wondering how much it would cost to get these arrows silvered, and I'll pull them out and present the 20 arrows.
How much was it last time? I forgot.
Wasn't it just 1 silver per arrow?
I think it was just 1 silver per arrow, yeah.
We did, yeah.
Oh yeah, that's right. They basically didn't charge for it because of wolves and werewolves.
No, I think I still paid for it.
Well,
But
it's
they
1
hadn't
silver, but yeah,
Oh,
like-
for the
There
additional.
was no, like, yeah.
yeah. So it's 1 silver apiece. Yes. Yeah. He says, yeah, we can we can certainly silver some arrows for you. It'll be 1 silver apiece.
Perfect, and I will just hand all of that over.
He says, very good. I will get to work on these. I should be able to have them ready for you a little later today.
Excellent. Thank you so much.
No problem. And if you need anything else, be sure to go inside and see Jenkins.
Oh, Jenkins and us have already had some good
Did you just-
trading of the wares.
Ah, very good.
Are their names Leroy and Jenkins?
What are you
Did
talking
you just
about?
do that?
I love it.
Leroy!
I have
Chicken.
no idea what you're talking
Now
about.
they need to sell some fried chicken.
Yeah.
Cameron, I'll get that one.
Where's the fucking chicken?
Yeah, I don't think we have enough money to upgrade any weapons.
I have 63 gold left.
Usually upgrading a weapon takes like a lot of money.
We don't have a lot of money. are
We sure don't.
Moneyless. Okay.
How are you doing on arrows or javelins or whatever it is you use for ranged?
I still have a decent amount of crossbow bolts, so.
Same.
And I have a couple that are silvered.
Ooh,
Okay.
you know
so-
what?
Do you want to get more of them silver?
Knowing you were going shopping, I believe that Irina would have requested that you buy her a few more javelins
Okay.
and would have given you 25 silver to buy her 5 more javelins.
Okay.
Okay.
Sir, do we have do you have happen to have 5 javelins on hand?
Javelins. Yes. I think I have a few of those somewhere around. He pulls out a step stool and steps up, and you realize up in the rafters there's just tons of pole arms and spears and javelins and things. All the long weapons. And he kind of starts rummaging around. A halberd falls down and clangs to the floor right next to you. He's like, "Oh, sorry about that." But then he pulls down a handful of javelins and puts a little leather cord around them to tie them into a bundle and hands them over. Says, "Yes, here you go for all of your various pointy throwing needs."
Oh, wonderful. Are these still 25 silver?
Yes.
Excellent. I will pay for that. All right.
And that is Irina's money, so no need
Yep,
to.
I did not take that out of my.
Perfect.
You're going cheap on us getting silvered weapons, aren't you?
I will look at Eliana and ask if there's anything else she needs.
I don't think so. I think we got everything that everybody needs. Are you Jenkins? Are you? Nope, you're Leroy. Leroy, are you finding that your business is doing well now that the gates are open?
Yes. We found that the Vistana have been coming into town a bit more, and they have quite a few things to barter and trade, and they being more transient folk don't have good forges with which to do much metalwork, and so we have been making a few things for them lately.
Oh, what kinds of wares have they been most interested in?
Just your usual common goods, things that people use in daily life in Barovia.
Oh, so like utensils for eating?
Yes, forks, of course. In fact, I have this very cool new invention. And he picks it up off the table and he hands it to you.
It'll be a
Take a
fucking
look at
spork.
this.
It's gonna be a fucking spork.
I call this the snife.
A knife? What does a knife do?
He says it's a spoon with one side sharpened to a fine edge.
Oh,
Ooh, sounds
I like-
aggressive.
I gently look at the edge. Maybe I test it a little bit on
Wanna know how I got these scars?
a strand of my hair. Does it?
Yeah, it like cuts like right through it. Like this is a very, very sharp, like one side of the spoon, like one like side of the radius is just a sharp blade. And he says, it's an idea I've been iterating on. I thought about combining a knife and a fork, but the tines were too thin and I couldn't get it to hold a good edge, so I went to a knife and a spoon. Perhaps next I'll try the spoon and the fork.
Oh, what would you call that?
A spoon.
Oh, that has a
saw that
nice
one
ring
coming.
to
I
it.
know, so did I.
Yeah, I think the knife might be kind of dangerous to try to eat with.
Yeah, actually, as you look a little closer at him, he definitely has like a little cut on like the corner of his lip. He says, "Yeah, it's been a process."
Yeah, especially with all the beet soup that people eat here, I feel like maybe this would be a little dangerous.
Well, you know, innovation and all.
Yes. And I like set it back down on this anvil. Well, good luck with your food idea.
I can't. I just can't.
And the
I
way
mean-
he said it, like,
You like barely got it out.
I know.
I couldn't.
like said is like a burst of air. Oh.
Oh, man.
I'm in so much pain right now thinking about the foon.
Maybe I'll come back for that invention. That sounds like it would actually work really well on beet stew.
I think it's gonna be a moneymaker.
He's giving Blinsky's.
Is there anything else that looks interesting around this room? Out of place or peculiar?
Make a perception check.
Nope.
Yeah, I mean, no. There's like some hilts of some swords, kind of in the fire, and there is also more like mundane items, like just some pulley shackles and that sort of thing, like bits for bridles, and again, yeah, pretty like typical mundane like worked metal things, but nothing like other than the knife, nothing unusual or out of place. Well, a 5 plus 6 is 11. So.
But like both my investigation and perception check, that's my highest thing, and I can't get over an 11? I rolled an 11 and a 12 on both of my rolls. No, I rolled an 11 both times on my investigation and my perception check. Because I rolled a 5 each time with both of those.
When did you roll investigation?
Up above there, when I was trying to find out if there's any black market goods.
Oh yeah, that's right. Oh, I said insight
Insight.
for that.
Yeah,
Oh, then yeah, it's insight. But yes.
they both have +6, and I couldn't get a better
Think
roll.
about it
on
this
the back.
way.
The dice gods have spoken.
The
The
dice gods are
Avray
saving
gods,
it.
the Avray
when we-
demon has spoken.
I was like, yeah, I'm pretty sure every.
Be nice to Avray because we have to go to Strahd's castle soon.
That is true. You gotta be nice.
Avray, you're the best.
It's definitely listening.
They're always listening.
I mean, it is online.
I think
I mean, Avray
That-
election interference over here.
Avery is definitely having interference with my elections. I think that's all that I can think of to talk about. What's his name? Leroy, how are you liking everything since the Wachters are in charge?
Well, it's been good. Things are a little busier here since again, folks are moving in and out of the city a bit more, and we haven't had to go to any mandatory festivals, so I've been able to get more done and make more things and make more money. Got that hustle culture going.
Yeah, those daylight festivals really sucked, didn't they?
They did indeed.
Not a fan.
Oh, okay. Yeah, is there any, I guess this is all we really needed from you. When should we come back to get those silvered arrows?
Before sunset.
Perfect.
Sounds great.
We, that's all.
Smash cut.
Yeah? Where's it? How's
It's not
it going?
opening. Damn it. It was supposed to open. There it goes.
Now it's like an Ocean's 11 video
Nailed
where
it.
you have like the boxes going on. And it's like switching between the two.
Now Catwin can focus on ordering those flasks to
Full
make.
zoom. Is this the?
I thought I had. No, let me pull up a different map.
That's fine.
I could have sworn I had. I think I know what the issue is. Okay, see what I can find here.
If you need to take 5 minutes to do something too, that's fine.
Let me just pull up a different tab so I can look at this without y'all seeing it. A second. Ooh, no, not that one. This one.
I'm gonna take a bio break.
Yeah, let's. You know what? Yeah, let's do it. Let's take 5 real quick.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sounds good.
Yeah. I know what happened. All right, I finally found it. I gotta import a new map. Hang on. All right, and we're back. Let's hop over to this map.
All right.
And scene. Alright, because I'm in this one, I suppose I should pay attention.
So just presuming that y'all are heading north on the road towards the
Yeah.
lake. Okay, cool.
Yeah, I already kind of put myself at the edge of town when we were talking about stuff, so Shaw is gigantic all of a sudden.
Yeah, as y'all head out of town, it's kind of mid-morning at this
Boop, boop,
point.
boop.
And y'all head out on the road. It is for Barovia a relatively clear day. It is, cloudy as always, but very low fog levels today. And as you head out the gate, you notice that the gates stand open. There are, again, a couple of guards there, but they just sort of pleasantly nod at you on your way out. And you do notice a couple of small little buildings just outside the gate. They appear to be like little equipment sheds and temporary stables, that kind of thing. And yeah, as you head down the road, the wood begins to encroach back on the road a bit. But it's not too terribly far before you can see the shore of the lake off in the distance.
As we're traveling along this road, how well traveled does it seem? Does it seem like a lot of people use it, or is it a little more sparsely traveled?
Yeah. You don't see any real signs of cart traffic coming this way, but you do see a little bit of foot and horse traffic, along with some what looks to be like some drag marks or something similar. If you want to make a survival check to kind of try and read the tracks,
Yeah.
you'd be welcome to.
21.
Yeah, with the 21, these traffic and marks are more indicative of hunters traveling light but frequently, occasionally bringing game back this way. Seems to kind of be what would cause these types of drag marks and things in this area.
Okay. So nothing to be alarmed about.
No, certainly not.
All right. Cool. Yeah, I mean, we got pretty good direction from Father Petrovich, kind of on where this was located. So I'm just kind of following the directions he gave.
Yeah. As you kind of get down towards the lake, the ground begins to slope down, and you see a small fork in the path. There's kind of a main path that leads sort of around the lake, and you know that you need to take the one that goes towards the right, as Father Petrovich would have instructed you yesterday. And yeah, as you follow that down, it seems to almost kind of circle the lake a bit, heading back towards that beach that you all saw kind of on your first foray through here. But you notice a small little footpath branching off directly up to the shore of the lake. And you know, again, from your conversation with Father Petrovich, that this is where you need to head. And yeah, you guys would find yourselves sort of here at the bottom of the map at the shore of the lake. And
It was really small for me for a second. There we go.
I think on the way here, Shaw would just be like, so why do you want to go see this thing again?
So I'll pull out my planchette and I'll tell you, Shaw, that I never kind of really knew what the symbolism on this was. I just thought it was a nice trinket to have and kind of keep around. And then I was talking to oh, what's the Raven girl? What's her name again?
Muriel?
Oh,
Muriel.
Muriel.
Yeah.
Yep, I was talking to Muriel, and then also Muriel was the one who told me that this was the sign of the Seeker, right?
Yes.
Yeah, I was talking to Muriel, and she said that this matched the symbol of the Seeker, which is a guardian only here in Barovia. Which I thought was very odd because I did not find this in Barovia. So, figured it would be worth my time to investigate a little further and see what the meaning of this all was.
And you kind of look at Shaw, and he's like, he wants to ask you something else, and he just kind of spits out. Okay, so you know when I went down in the death house or whatever, I saw like my home. I don't mean to poke and prod, but
In the
No.
death house or in the mists?
no, when I was unconscious after getting hit.
Oh. Mm-hmm.
And I know that you took some hard hits. What did you see?
That's the thing. My life has always been kind of a mystery, even to myself, having been in the Underkeep for so long before this. I just have always felt that there is some impending doom, and that's kind of even when I was down, the same kind of thing. Just kind of that impending dread.
Mine was happy, which scared me.
Maybe that just meant that you were at peace, if that was what was going to happen.
Oh,
And I'll
just
keep like
yeah, this is walk and talk. Well,
slowly walking towards the shrine, and I'm assuming this like statue that we see is the shrine here. You're on mute, Mike.
Yeah, sorry. Yes, yeah, as you head down towards the lake, yes, you see, and you realize that you've seen a couple of these before. This is a little stone monument, and this one's partially covered with kind of moss and lichen, but you do immediately recognize it as the thing you're looking for.
before we go up, can Shaw look around, make sure we're not being watched, or if we are, who is it? What is it? Just perception general.
Yeah, give me a perception check.
I don't see shit.
Yeah, no, you kind of take a brief look around. You don't notice anything.
A little distracted by the conversation.
And I was just kind of saying, hopefully too, if what does the traffic look like here? I know this seemed a little more off the beaten path than.
Yeah,
I'm
make
wondering if it feels like-
make another survival check. Yeah, with a 19. There is like a path here, like it's slightly worn, path, but it's not been used in a very long time. There's no fresh tracks here. The path is beginning to be overgrown.
As we approach, Val will pop out his mage hand and just kind of start gently pushing aside some of the vines and leaves and stuff like that that's on the statue. Not trying to like disturb anything, but not trying to like break any sticks or just moving it off.
Yeah. This thing is almost like 5 feet tall. As you just kind of brush off some of the debris and stuff, you can clearly see that there is a carving in the face of it, the side that's sort of facing you all as you approach from the path.
And as we're kind of doing that, I'm still talking to Shaw, and I'll say, also, remember when we talked to Kavan, that spirit by where the druids were?
Yeah.
This was one of the Rosanna that they worshipped. So the Seeker has been around since way before Strahd was ever in Barovia.
Yeah.
Maybe there's something we can find out here that will...
Well, there were 3, were there not?
Yeah, I have the Seeker, the Weaver, and the Huntress. They were the ones who destroyed that Devourer who was potentially responsible for the visions we saw in the mists. Maybe it's all connected in some way. I have something written down here too. A gemstone comes from each fane and should be brought back to the servants of the Seeker.
Those were
what
the gems in the winery.
Yeah, I was like that's what we did in the winery, right?
Yeah.
Okay. And the ravens are kind of the servants of the Seeker. Okay, yeah, I'm gonna continue walking. So is this like the back of the...
No, the face
monument?
of it is facing
Okay.
this way. Like you'd be looking at the carving on it and then also out over the lake.
Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna kind of get I'm not gonna get super close yet. I want to see, is there anything else around here, or is it really just the monument and maybe some of the growth that's been happening, or does people leave anything around here?
Sorry, say that one more time.
Is it just like the monument, or are like there trinkets that people leave here? Some people kind of will leave like flowers or other things that mean something to them at monuments like this.
Yeah, you actually do notice something a little odd. There is a small pile of berries sitting up on top of the statue.
On top. And do they look pretty fresh?
They do. You can make a nature check if you would like to.
Okay.
A little more insight. With 15, you realize that as you approach and take a closer look at these, they're actually fresh grapes.
Oh, interesting. When we were at the winery, the ravens that were there, did they seem keen on the grapes?
Yes. And I'll remind you, it's been a while. You know that Davian Martikov, sort of the head Martikov, told you 2 things. 1, that they are a clan of were-ravens, and 2, that they are servants of the Seeker.
Yeah. Okay. So that would make sense. So I'll say to Shaw's, like, I think friend Davian and his ravens have been visiting here recently.
Suppose there's no need for footprints when you
Mhm.
just fly in.
I'd like to take out my planchette. Do I see anything on the monument that like kind of matches what my planchette looks like?
Yeah, almost exactly. As you kind of look at it, this little planchette, you realize why it has looked so familiar to you for so long. It bears the distinct resemblance to a raven skull. And as you look at it and look at the carving on this monolith, you see that the carving on the monolith is in fact a raven skull that bears almost an identical, or your planchette bears an almost identical likeness to this carving. And the raven skull is surrounded by the 3 pointed stars that you've seen on these other monuments that you know are dedicated to the Ladies of the Faint.
Mm-hmm. I'll kind of hold up the planchette and kind of say, Shaw. I think
Yeah,
this is
I'm seeing what you're seeing
okay.
for sure.
Trying to figure out how I would have come across this symbol in the Underdark for something that seems to have only been ever in Barovia.
Yeah, but Barovia wasn't always here, was it?
Well, Barovia wasn't always closed off, right?
Barovia, because we know we're on a different plane of existence, correct?
You kind
At
of
least-
suspect it. I don't think you all know exactly how this is working, but you do know that like you are all trapped here,
Mm-hmm.
which with your sort of general knowledge of how the world works, how Faerun works, would potentially mean you're trapped on a specific plane. Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Would and this is just a DM question. Would Shaw know a little bit more just because he is essentially a half wizard kind of shit?
Um.
Would
I
he
mean,
know about planes of existence?
yes, yes. I mean, even
Okay.
common folk in Faerun know about the various planes.
Gotcha.
It's, I mean, it's basically like, lay folk knowing what heaven and hell are, right? Like,
Yeah.
you might not have all the details on how it all works, but you do know of it.
Fair. Yeah, so I think Shaw would say like, well, Barovia wasn't always like this. I mean, there could have been a time where those two paths cross.
I'll kind of look at the planchette and then look at the monument. I'm going to say, Seeker, I don't know if you're listening or if you're even around anymore, but I feel like everything kind of has led me here. I have this everlasting dread of a large scale disaster, and then also just our overall troubles here in Barovia and trying to help people and trying to get out. So maybe wondering if you could offer us a little guidance. I'll just kind of like kneel down, and I'm gonna set the planchette just like kind of right in front of the monument.
Yeah, make a religion check for me, please. One I don't have to call for very often.
Hey, apparently I have a +4 in religion.
Apparently.
You're so smart.
Yeah, with a 19. As you kneel down and sort of offer yourself in supplication to try and seek an answer to these questions, you place the planchette on the ground in front of the monument. As you bow your head, you hear this almost like a ring or a whistle, this sort of high-pitched tone, and you notice the planchette begins to glow with a dim blue light, and as you do this, you also notice that sorry, there's a lot of information here, and I have to be very careful about how I give it. You notice that the pendant that you're wearing on your neck also begins to sort of vibrate and glow with a similar energy.
Is Shaw seeing this?
Yeah. You're not hearing anything, but you do see the planchette moving. I don't know if from where you're standing if you would necessarily notice the
I think upon seeing that, I would definitely move forward and try to get a closer look at what the fuck's going on.
And as these two items begin to glow, Shaw and Azure both, you would notice that where the eyes would be on the monolith also begin to glow in a similar light, and you feel a presence, Azure, as if someone is standing next to you, opposite Shaw. But as you turn to look, you don't see anything there. But you hear this faintest whisper. And it's so difficult to make out. But this whisper says, my spirit still walks in this land, and you must restore it to prevent annihilation. And these words are clearly said with extreme effort. And as it finishes talking, all three items stop glowing and the whistling stops and everything sort of goes back to normal.
What the fuck was that?
I think it was the Seeker. But
I mean, that was glowing. Your necklace was glowing. The eyes were glowing.
would Shaw have heard that, or would
Shaw did
only
not
me?
hear. Shaw would not have heard it. No.
Okay, and I'll say it was not more than a whisper, but it spoke
was
to
a
me as
whisper?
well. There was
Oh,
a
it-
presence. There was a presence next to me,
Oh, we'll immediately look around.
and I'll just kind of look to my right and
Yeah,
just
you
like
can-
gesture.
You could both make perception checks if you would like.
Sure.
I was fucking blind tonight.
Shaw, you're frantically looking in every direction. You don't see anything. Azure, you're very carefully looking in a specific direction, and you're sure you don't see anything.
Okay. It's like there was definitely something there, but I think once everything stopped glowing, I think it's gone now. But what it said was its spirit still walks in the land, and we must restore it to prevent annihilation.
But
You must
But-
restore balance to
Must restore
prevent
balance.
annihilation.
Must restore balance to prevent annihilation.
I might have misspoke.
why? Shaw kind of looks a little exasperated and just is like, why are there so many fucking spirits in this place?
I just do like the general gesturing to Barovia, and then say, "Have you seen this place?"
Gestures broadly all
Gestures-
around.
Gestures like the SpongeBob meme,
Yeah.
where he's just gesturing everywhere.
Yeah, but like, like back home, it was pretty widely understood that if someone died, their spirit would go to a different plane of their deity, right? Am I off base in that? Like,
Well, until I met you guys, I was mostly a nomad, so
okay, so you don't know anything,
I
but
might not be
that's
as
how
privy
it
to these things.
that's how it at least that's my understanding. It's
Well, there's obviously a lot at work here, and I feel like we're gonna need every little bit we can get to get out of here, and probably in the process get rid of Strahd.
is Strahd keeping the spirits here?
He might be imprisoning them. All the spirit said was to restore balance, to prevent annihilation. Now, is that balance
I mean, all roads
restoring
lead to Strahd.
the?
Let's be real.
But is balance restoring Ardenvost? Because remember, we get that dragon reunited.
It's the same thing. All roads lead to Strahd.
Right. And I don't know. We might.
We gotta have a list for when we fucking talk to this nerd.
Oh, I think that's what we're gonna do tonight, right? Plan out a little bit of everything. Big dinner.
Yeah. That's the right idea.
But yeah, maybe Muriel might know something because she's a servant of the Seeker. I'll pick
It
up
was
my
with-
planchette.
Was
and
Muriel in Valaki?
Yeah,
Yeah,
she
y'all
was
saw
at
her
the
last
inn
night.
when we were there. Yeah.
mean, I could probably do one of them here now if we wanted. He'll pull out his keeper's whistle.
Oh, yeah, I forgot about that.
Yeah, fuck it. I'm gonna
You know what?
I'm gonna blow the keeper's whistle.
Yeah.
And then just kind of wait a bit and look to the skies and look around and see if I can see the were-raven that I'm trying to summon. Takes a reasonable amount of time to arrive.
Yeah.
Is what it says.
The reasonable amount of time is so the DM has enough time to find his raven token. Is it a raven or a bat? That's a raven. Yeah, after a few minutes, you see a raven come flying in, and it lands on this rock over here.
Um,
So I will just say thank you for coming. My friend here has a question for you.
As it lands on the rock, and then little transformation back into an older man that you don't recognize, but is clearly a member of the Were-Raven clan. He says, "What brings the two of you to the Shrine of the Seeker?"
so I'll pull out the planchette I just picked up. So while I had been carrying around this for a while, and I actually very recently found out it was the symbol of the Seeker. So I came here to maybe see what I could find out. Had a little bit of a, I wouldn't know if say it's a prayer, maybe just a calling. I called out, and my symbol started glowing. The monolith started glowing, and then I'll pull out my pendant as well, and I'll say this started glowing as well. And then I'll say I heard a whisper on the wind after that, and it said, "My spirit still walks in this land, and we must restore balance to prevent annihilation." Do you know what restore balance might mean?
He, as you're kind of telling the story, at first he's kind of frowning in a bit of confusion, but then kind of his eyebrows are sort of creeping up towards the top of his head in a bit of disbelief and surprise. And he says, "We always served the Seeker, but I don't know that any of us have ever had the good fortune to ever be addressed by her. We thought the ladies of the Fanes were lost to time and held behind whatever it is that's keeping us all here. We'd held out hope that someday something would change. If
I'll say to
she-
him.
Go ahead.
Go ahead, keep going. I was gonna say, well, it seemed that to even get that message out was an extreme difficulty and very strenuous.
If she has spoken to you, you clearly are her chosen.
Just kind of
To-
like have a wide-eyed look.
To restore balance. Perhaps she means to restore Barovia. To rid this land of Strahd and his minions. To set the world right. But I don't know how this would be possible without their help.
Well, no, I'll kind of have the pendant out, and like this has already helped us a lot in the short time I've had it. So I have a feeling that she might be working through this pendant.
He looks kind of closely at the pendant. He doesn't seem to recognize it. He says, I see that bears the symbol of the raven, but it does not look like any rendition that I have seen before. But if you say that it has blessed you, then surely that must be.
This was given to him by someone that was known to be a werewolf. Do you have relations with the werewolves of Barovia? Or does she?
He kind of gives a wan smile, and he says, it has been some time since the ravens regularly interacted with our lycanthrope cousins and the werewolves, but yes, the Seeker is the mother of all lycanthropes. That blessing came from her.
Yes, this was on a statue that they called was the Mother of Night?
Other night?
Mother Night? So many notes. Yes, Mother Night. And the werewolf said it was the lady patron of all afflicted by lycanthropy, so I'm assuming the Seeker and this Mother Night are the same.
I believe you might be right.
Well, I think we have a few small clues, and we're trying to help those werewolves return back to, not being controlled by Strahd with the current leadership that has taken form there. So maybe that'll be a step in the direction of restoring balance.
Perhaps. It's as good a place to start as any.
Well, I really can't think of anything, but thank you for your help.
Yes. Thank you, sir. I appreciate it.
He gives you another thin smile and nods and says, best of luck. If you need us, don't hesitate to call. He transforms back into the raven and flies off.
Well, that was
I'll-
interesting.
I'll say to Shah, it's like, I don't know if I'm ready to be the chosen of anybody, but sounds like I might not have a choice.
I'm not calling you the chosen one.
Please don't.
Maybe I will. And then Shaw will wink and start walking away.
Before I start walking away, I'm just kind of take one more look back at the statue and maybe around the whole lake. Does everything kind of look the same as when we first got here before talking to the
Yeah,
statue?
make a perception check. All the grapes are gone.
Must have been a hungry raven. And I'll start heading back with Shaw. I was like, well, everything seems to be porting towards our dinner tomorrow night.
Yeah, it'll be an interesting one, that's for sure.
All right. Well, keep walking back.
All right, yeah, y'all make it back to back into Valaki. Oh, that's not what I want. And it's only been a few hours since you left early afternoon.
Mm-hmm. I think I forgot to ask, like this, we had never been north of the Wachters, right? So, like, is this just all residential?
Yes, this is the more affluent part of town up here.
Ah, the old country club of Balaki.
Mm-hmm.
Well, suppose we're gonna meet them in front of the Wachter house. Was that the plan, Shaw?
Yeah, I think that's what it was, but whatever, I never listened to him.
Well, maybe they got some good stuff while shopping.
I better get receipts.
I don't need a receipt for a donut.
See if I can open the correct Blue Water Inn map this time without having to try like all 6 of them. And yeah, it's early afternoon. All of y'all have found yourselves back at the Blue Water Inn. Shopping has been accomplished. Shrines have been visited. Eliana and Catelyn, you guys are both muted currently. What?
Muted.
Unmuting. Catwin will very excitedly, before I do anything else, pull out the flask I bought and be like, look what they had. I am just so excited.
I give you gold, and this is what you spend it on?
I didn't spend any of your gold on this, my dude. Fear
Alright,
not.
give it back then.
I did, however, get one of these, and I'll pull out the healing potion. I was like, didn't spend a ton of gold on it. Thankfully, was able to, barter a little, and then I'll pull out the 5 javelins for Irina and be like, and for you, ma'am? And then I'll look over at Azura and be like, your stuff's being silvered. We can go pick it up in like a couple hours.
Awesome. Thank you very much.
Irina takes the bundle of javelins. She's like, yes, this is perfect.
Both
She
excited we've seen Arena.
leans them up in the corner. very precariously. Like someone is absolutely going to trip over them and stab themselves at some point.
Oh, that's okay.
I put the potion of healing that I was able to collect, and my bar of soap on the table, and I just say, I purchased these things, and I also got a nice sack. It had some clothes made by the Vistani, but I really just wanted the sack.
Or what?
I don't know. It might be nice to be able to carry something.
We also learned about some new inventions.
You'll notice at this point that Azur is kind of just looking at the planchette like it looks really deep in thought. But go ahead.
And Catelyn's gonna be like, Shaw, have you heard of a snife before?
A snife?
Yeah. What do you think that is? We got to learn all about that today.
The blacksmith is trying to create new eating utensils for the Vistani, I think.
Oh. So it's a spoon and a knife?
Yeah, it's a little dangerous.
Nod.
That doesn't sound ideal.
But
Yeah.
he's
You've heard of
working
a
on
spork, though, right?
No. He is working on a foon.
What's a spork?
Shaw will pull out a spork from his bag.
I
Catelyn
don't
will kind of
recall
gasp.
granting that, sir.
Since when do you have a sport?
I doubt.
This is over the table.
I doubt. Just bullshitting.
It's like, a
Minor-
foon. It's a fork and a spoon. I think that has some real potential.
Spoon?
Erwin like burst through the door. He's like, "What?
A
I
foon.
would only have to clean half the number of utensils."
Yeah, you should go check out the blacksmith. He was showing us all this cool stuff. Like, I think this knife might be something we need to be careful with because he even cut himself with it. Like, that might be too much. But if he can perfect the foon, I think you have, like, quite the thing here.
He like looks over at Danica. He's like, "This would save me so much time."
Now, Erwin.
Yes.
Rather than just buy a bunch, why don't you put your business brain to use and see if you can get in with helping maybe provide materials or testing, and then maybe he'll get you a deal, and then maybe you can get a cut when it eventually gets big.
Miss Shaw coming out of nowhere.
Yeah.
He's like, "That all sounds a bit complicated." He kind of looks at Danica, and Danica just like shakes her head. She's like, "Honey, I'll take care of it." Like, "Okay, yes, good." And he just goes back into the kitchen.
I'm gonna ask Shaw and Azur, and I'm gonna attempt to make the hand signal that I maybe saw the shopkeeper use.
Make a performance check, please.
Hey,
Oh, boy.
getting all
Can
the
I give
rare
myself
Texan
guidance, like as a little pep talk?
Sure, yeah, why not? Big money, no whammies. Hey, with a 15.
Not
Shaw, it's crude. But you're pretty sure she just made the hand gesture for contraband.
What Shaw like points at you and does the whole like hand thing. You know what I'm talking about. What is this? What are you doing?
Well,
Where did you see that?
the shopkeeper made this kind of funny hand gesture after I asked him if. Well, I wasn't very good with my words. I was trying to ask him if there was, like, any
Catelyn will interrupt
special-
you and be like, she wanted black market goods.
Ah, okay. That makes sense. So
But he
I
just
can't
said no.
tell you. Shaw rolls his eyes heavily. So, us sneaky types, there is a think I could call it a language.
I mean, yes, it is a language.
No, I know. Shaw's saying this.
Okay,
as,
yeah, gotcha.
like because it's definitely a language. He definitely had contraband. You just missed the signal. And Shaw will properly do the contraband signal and say that means he's got stuff in the back.
To do it better. I try to copy it and do it better. Like better than not than you, but like for myself. I'm trying to learn it.
Give me just a straight up intelligence check.
Oh no.
I don't think I have that.
You can just do C int.
What?
Well, if you think that means he
4
has stuff.
intelligence.
Are you kidding me?
Well, so
Are
it's
you
not.
kidding
It's
me?
not.
Shaw just starts giggling like when
It's
you
not-
tell a friend that doesn't speak the language the wrong thing.
Yeah, it's not. It's not worse, but it is. It's no better. It's clearly very rudimentary and barely gets it across.
Maybe when we go back to pick up the silvered arrows, Shaw can go in and, do his fancy hand gestures and get us some other goods.
No, I was just. The hand gesture says I have contraband.
Yeah,
you
but
don't,
doesn't.
you don't do it back
Well, how do you ask for it?
like this? And Shaw will kind of go on a mini like, because correct me if I'm wrong, but thieves' cant is like jibber jabber with secret meanings in between the words, correct?
Kind of. There's a few interpretations of it. My favorite is that it's basically like it is almost like a sign language.
I actually dig. I dig that. Actually, that's pretty sick.
I don't know if you've ever read the books, The Gentleman Bastards, The Lies of Locke Lamora, and
I have
the
not,
follow-ups.
no.
In that book, they have like a whole sign language basically that they use. And that's kind of how I've always pictured it, because basically you could be standing there carrying on a mundane conversation
Talking
and
with your
having an
hands.
entirely different conversation with your hands. Yep.
Gotcha.
You would probably like those books, Shaw, Cam. With all that time you have to read.
Yeah. Right.
Well, if there's like a sleeping baby on your chest, you can read still.
True. I did binge watch the entirety of season 3 of Vox Machina last night, so
We haven't watched it yet. No spoilers.
that's fine. Shaw will kind of say, no, that means contraband. I'll start kind of talking with his hands and kind of make the point that it's not a written thing. It's more of a intention based. I'm literally doing it with my hands in real life right now, and it's a problem.
I guess, well, if you wanted to try to go back there on our way to get the silvered weapons, and if you wanted to talk to Jenkins or Leroy, whichever one he is,
Wait, Leroy and Jenkins are here?
yeah, they're the shop owners.
No, I
I
know.
think it's Leroy. Leroy is the
Leroy's the blacksmith and Jenkins is the shopkeeper.
can't remember. Can't keep them straight.
Did they have chickens out back by chance?
I didn't see any chickens. No.
That is the smallest GIF I've ever seen.
It's
I know,
so
I look really
tiny.
upset about it. Why is it so
Tiny.
small?
So small. Yeah, I guess you could try to go talk to him. He didn't really seem like he wanted to talk to me any further.
I get it. You got to be cautious with, contraband, and Shaw will do the signal.
Eliana tries to do it again.
Make an int check.
Catlin's gonna try to do it, but in a mocking way of Shaw.
In that case, I need a performance check.
I am not
With an
paying
11,
attention at all.
slight improvement. And with the 17, yes, you did a pretty good mocking imitation.
I'm getting all sassy.
Shaw will continue the conversation, throwing middle fingers at Catwin in a very obvious way. Also, give me my gold back.
Nah, it's in safekeeping right now.
What did you buy?
I just have it on me. It's just safe.
I will mage hand it, and try to steal her purse, basically.
No, I will be batting you away.
My mage hand is invisible.
Yeah, but I'm like holding on to it when I'm talking to you, so I'm gonna feel you. Getting all up
Feel
in
you
my
feeling me,
shit. Yeah.
touching
Touching
me.
And can Shaw just reach into her backpack stealthily and try to steal anything he gets his hands on?
You can give me a sleight of hand check.
Probably.
With a 26, you with a 26 are able to grab. You're able to grab the coin purse.
But I'm holding my coin purse.
She's holding the coin
Oh,
purse.
she's holding the coin purse.
I was saying I wanted to go into her backpack and literally grab whatever.
Hold on. Hold on 1 second.
No, do this. Roll a d20 and then count whatever number down, and I want that specifically in your backpack.
Roll. That's usually at the top.
So unnecessary.
There are currently 12 items in my backpack.
I want the ninth one.
You get your holy water back.
Yeah, right.
All right, the ninth thing. Drum roll, please. And I'm disappointed that it's. Hold on, before we do that, I have. You know what that makes me think of, and it makes me upset because now it's gonna be stuck in my head forever. It's this thing.
It's, oh my
That's
god.
I hate it so much. Okay, well, it's not. Number 9 is not what. Well, maybe it is. 1, 2. Oh no, it's not. Okay, it's one off from what I had sent to Mav. That's what I thought would have been funny. Drum roll, please. No more drum roll. Sorry, I lied.
The tinder box. All right.
Oh, we're so...
You like dart your hand into her bag and you pull out like a little, just your hand close on a box and you grab it and you yank it out, but then you realize it's just like a little like flint steel and box of fire starter tinder.
That's
what
fine.
I really wanted you to grab onto would have been number 8, and that was the 50 feet of rope, because it would have been just like you like continuing to pull rope out of my bag.
Yeah, like the magic trick.
It'd been
with the
really
handkerchiefs.
subtle.
That would have been good.
Mhm.
So I would just say, fine. Do you at least have like a potion so that Azur and I don't die?
Again.
again.
I'll just kind of look up from what I was doing. I'll just nod my head and then go back into thought.
We definitely weren't going to meet at the tavern, but I'm okay not talking to Lady Proctor tonight, right? Like in our session today.
One potion of healing.
I feel like Lady
for
Voctor is a
me.
busy enough lady where you need to like set up a meeting and not just barge into her house anyways.
We're the only reason she's in there.
We could have stopped by her house to set up a meeting.
Yeah, we could do that for sure. Let's see if we can meet with her tomorrow morning or something before. I don't know. What do we even need to talk to her about?
I don't know. I thought we wanted to talk to her. I thought we said last week we might have wanted to talk to her.
It was just on the list of interesting places in Vallaki.
Yeah. I guess.
I don't know. I don't remember honestly.
I don't remember why we said we might have wanted to talk to her. We talked to Father Petrovich like we wanted to. Did we want to try to go to the Vistani at all?
I don't know.
What time of day would it be? It only took us a few hours to do.
Early afternoon right now, I think.
Yeah, it's like this would have been like your lunch stop for the day.
We
Yeah.
would have ordered some beet soup.
Yes. Who,
Or if there was not beet soup on the menu.
who would like this other potion of healing? Azur, would you like a potion of healing?
Sure.
Yes, you would.
Yes.
And I just kind of hold out my hand and grab it.
Yes, you take it.
Danke.
You take it.
Dankeschön.
God, Cameron is freaking tired. Whew.
I mean, we can call it here if we want versus starting something new. Be a little shorter session, but
I wouldn't hate
Yeah.
that, to be completely honest with you.
I mean, I'm very sleepy girl. Daylight savings time ruins my life every time.
yeah, we
I
can.
w- I
we can call it here.
I wouldn't hate calling it, to be completely fair. I'm fucking tired.
Yeah, that's fine. No hard feelings on that. We'll.
I mean,
we'll
we got a
call
lot
it here.
done.
We did.
Indeed.
Lots of good little bits.
Yeah, I guess we didn't spend the time to have Azur tell us what really happened. We just started.
If you want to do that quick, we can.
Yeah, let's do it.
But you need to, like, at this point in RP world, I'm still deep in my. I look just like deep in thought while I look at the planchette.
He's brooding.
I'm not brooding.
How was your trip to the shrine, Azur?
Yeah, it was definitely a good trip. I'm glad that we went. I'll kind of show the planchette and I'll say, and then I'll bring out my pendant too. And it was more just like a stone monolith. But when I kind of reached out, these symbols, and then the monolith all started glowing. And I felt the faintest presence of something which I think was the Seeker. And a very strained voice. Shaw said he didn't hear it. It was only me.
No, I
Hold-
didn't hear anything.
Told me that their spirit still walks in this land and we must restore balance to prevent annihilation. So Strahd had the good idea of using his whistle to talk to one of the Ravenkind, since they are servants of the Seeker. I think at this point everything kind of leads towards our meeting with Strahd, because restoring balance means, getting rid of Strahd, bring Barovia back to its previous state, is what the Were Raven thought.
I pointed a planchette. I'm trying to remember. Azur, have you shown us this before? The planchette?
Yeah, I think I've shown you all after we met with after the druid stuff. I think I'd shown you guys after I talked to Muriel.
Have you shown it to anybody else?
Just Muriel, the Were Raven, and I did show it to Father Petrovich as well. But that's it.
Mav, do I know how planchettes work?
I don't know if you would know how planchettes work or not. Do you know how planchettes work?
Personally, outside of the game, would understand how a planchette works. I'm wondering if Eliana might have an idea of how a planchette works.
Roll me a... Roll me a religion check. You may potentially have a rudimentary understanding of how a planchette would work.
I think these are sometimes used for, divination. When you want to talk to spirits, I think. I don't really know how it works, but I wonder if maybe the Vistani might.
Bastani are not native to this land, though, are they?
I don't know. I
Or
know that
maybe they are.
they
They can come and go.
I know that the
Oh.
Vistani practice divination in many different ways. We've seen it twice.
Right. I'll think on it, but I feel like this is a very more connected with, the lycanthropes, the werewolves here, the were-ravens. Well, and in our discussion with the were-raven that were summoned by the whistle, the statue we found in the werewolf den, which they refer to as Mother Night. Mother Night is one and the same with the Seeker, based on
He suspects that.
what I understand.
So the ravens and the wolves worship the same fane?
Well, Mother Night is the lady patron of all afflicted by lycanthropy. So that would...
He said that they
that
would
would
be
make sense.
considered cousins.
Yeah. And in a past time before there was as much unrest in Barovia as there now, they were much more acquainted and much better friends, shall we say.
Maybe we could show it to Esmeralda. If she might have some ideas about it too.
Trying to think if I actually did that or not.
I don't believe you have.
I think you
Okay.
kept it pretty close.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, we can definitely think on that. I think I'm still kind of processing everything that happened today. And we do have kind of a bigger task at hand tomorrow. So maybe that'll be something if we come out tomorrow in one piece that we can
So-
think about.
Yeah, so the wolves and the ravens used to live in like more peace before
Mhm.
all of this happened.
That's what it sounds like.
And you said that there needs to be more balance.
We need to restore balance to Barovia and prevent annihilation.
What do you think that means?
Well, I think it kind of means what we've been trying to do already. Get rid of Strahd. Restore the land so it's not cursed anymore.
Yeah, all roads lead to Shaw. And by Shaw,
The Shah.
yeah, I'm fucking
Strahd.
tired. I said I'm tired. Strahd. Or
That's
Shaw.
actually the plot twist, is that Shaw is actually Strahd.
And I transform into a super sexy. Actually, Mav, you described him better that one time. Can you do it again?
I take out a wooden stake and stab it in your chest.
Well, that's it, guys. Great campaign. Time to wrap it up.
Dead.
Stuart, did you mention the part that you were the chosen one to us, or did you keep that secret?
I have not mentioned that.
No.
Okay.
And Shaw hasn't he hasn't mentioned it yet. He'll save that one for later.
Save that for
That's kind of what. Yeah, that's all I'm gonna say. And I mean, the Were-Raven did say that they thought the Fanes, such as the Seeker, were lost to time and held back by the curse of the land. So he seemed intrigued and very very surprised that there was any communication coming from the Seeker. Oh, it probably has something to do with this planchette, I would guess.
Well, I think we should share that information with at least with the people that we trust.
Mm-hmm.
So I know you've kept that pretty close to the chest, but we need all the info we could get. And Shaw will kind of take a parchment out of his backpack. He'll take an ink bottle and an ink pen, and he'll look around the table and be like, "So what the fuck do we need to get from Strahd information-wise?"
And scene. Because I think you're too tired to discuss all of this right now.
That's exactly the
gonna
goal
say-
with that.
That's a great place to stop.
Yep. I tried to wrap that one up nicely.
It is also because of daylight savings. We all feel like it's an hour later than it actually is, which is probably why we're all so tired.
Yeah, but it was fun. I'm glad you were able to DM tonight.
Yes,
Yeah,
me too.
Thank you.
Yes.
But just know if that ever happens, like, you're not like, yes, I'm a little sad that we wouldn't do D&D, but you're never gonna hurt my feelings.
Personal attack.
So next week is a Wednesday week. Amanda gets back from her trip the day before, but if she doesn't want to play, I can still have something ready for either 3 or 4 people. If
Cool.
that sounds good to you all.
Yeah, that way we can, we could kind of, if rather than planning for Strahd, in case Amanda's not, if you're exhausted from your trip, we could just kick off a 3-person one shot.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, what
Yeah,
level
and you
do
guys
want
wanted to do. We wanted to go back to your first characters, so like the
Himbos?
no,
No,
like
not first. Our first one
Yours
shot
was-
characters.
Judge Judy, Amanda,
Judy,
I love
um,
Judge Judy.
Meatball. That's how he was referring.
Meatball, Thurlin,
Allie.
Battlekin.
Hell yeah.
Sally Whitemane, Thelby Wagglehoggle. So, I think you guys are level 6 right now, right?
Yeah.
But I found we could do a level 7 thing if you guys want.
Yeah, we could. We did
So if you guys want to
straightforward
just
level up one.
It says you're level
Heck,
5.
it says 5. I think those are level 5. I think the characters we made for.
It should be level 6. I have Sally in here as level 6.
Oh.
All right, I'll take a look and I'll let you know the level.
Yeah,
a day or
just
two.
let us know. I'm
I have a
happy
few
to.
that I've bookmarked.
Yeah, I'm happy to move. He'll be up or down however many levels. He's a fun one to play.
Cool.
Thurlin at level 5, so. I wonder if Sally was just
I think
special.
did you use Sally for our other one shot? I don't remember. I don't remember.
Well, remember I missed one because of Bebe,
Oh yeah.
and then I came in after with Sally. But I don't remember.
Yeah. You used Sally a few times.
I've
'Cause
used
there
her
was that-
twice because there was that one thing that she was like fucking perfect for on accident.
Yeah. All I can say is in the book there are options to make it more difficult, and I'm probably gonna go with those because
I love it.
everything's
how
been
it's
too easy. Oh yeah, Selby almost died to the chickens actually
Selby was kind of close to dying to the chicken.
because of the
Yeah. Because they kept petrifying him.
yeah petrifying. All the dead chicken on the table. The cockatrice.
Cockatrices.
Was close.
Alright, fams. Well, I'm gonna go to bed.
Good
You guys have a
night.
lovely evening.
Night.
So.